Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shake Master J. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. First, we have some woman by the name of Candace Owens, a black Republican pro-Trump who believes Black Panther is pro-Trump. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. Then we find out that Tisha Martin and Dwayne, or Tisha Campbell now, and Dwayne Martin split. Ironically, after she got back together with Martin for the rerun. But this is not what this video is about. This is an unpopular review. And since today is Thursday, I decided to hit you guys up with a nice little throwback. I figured if I do this, it would give a lot of people some time to appreciate, some of the albums, some of the classics out there, or even some of the busts out there, in my unpopular opinion, when it comes to albums and records and hip-hop. It's very different from the Room for Improvement video that I did just not too long ago. That was just part of a Drake Appreciation Day. That's a Wednesday where I just, review albums in appreciation of the stars that I'm doing, and so far it's Drake. But in this review, we are going to throw back to 2005. An album that really did not get the appreciation it deserved. Critics appreciated the album. Well, except a few. And yet, fans didn't necessarily do that. And Atlantic damn sure didn't necessarily do that. I mean, now you look at the people they're signing. I'm not even going to put their pictures up on this video. You just go there, type up Atlantic Records, and you'll see the current roster. But I'll tell you this. With the exception of Nipsey Hussle, of course. I'll tell you this. The Minstrel Show by Little Brother is going to be the album that I am going to be reviewing in this video. Like I said, Little Brother consists of rapper Big Pooh, Fonte, obviously the lyrical of the two, and well-known producer Ninth Wonder, y'all. Just Ninth Wonder. However, he wasn't the only person to produce this album. As we can see, there's Piano Reeves, Nicolay and Crisis, and Jazzy Jeff, DJ Jazzy Jeff also, had some contributions to this record as well. This album was released probably when, I believe this was released in my 7th grade year. Obviously, their past album, The Listening, was such a dope album, such an amazing album, that, it got rappers really giving them a close eye, a close attention. Like, when is this album coming out? Because they were tearing up the underground. I believe so. Rappers were fucking with them. Jay-Z got Ninth Wonder to do a production for his Black album, so they did something right. And they figured, are they going to top this amazing album, The Listening, with this album called The Minstrel Show? And without further ado, let me answer that question. The album was a flop. Terrible flop. Flop. I'm talking pancake flop, flopper, waving your hands across the water, splish splash flop. There's no other way you can just talk about it. It's a nasty flop. It was terrible flop. But that's just record sales, really. 18,000 in its first week. Yeah. No. The sales were just terrible. 56 on the Billboard charts. Oh my goodness gracious. It was not good, y'all. It was not good. Commercially, of course. As far as the album itself, couldn't be further from the opposite. And without further ado, we can get right into it. Now, I just mentioned the artists, Ninth Wonder, Crisis, Piano Reeves, DJ Jazzy Jeff doing some of the scratches and some of the tracks. Obviously, you'll get yourself some nice 70s production from 70s group, mainly disco with a little bit of electric. Obviously, you have the trademark Ninth Wonder drums, the boom bap. You'll see a slight difference when you see Crisis do the production. But mainly the production in this album, the sound was all handled by Ninth Wonder, the third member of the group. And he does a fantastic job with this. They do a fantastic, beautiful job. The concept of this album really is just the group clowning minstrel shows back then. Anyone doesn't know what minstrel shows are, let's see. There you have it. That's your minstrel show for you people. Right there. Awkward and part of the 40s. And white people want you to forget about it because it's all in the past. Yeah, they want you to forget about that one too. But in this album, that they're just pretty much spoofing the entire rap game that was during the former half of the 2000s. Compared to a rap game now, I mean, they were just poking fun at everything. Just gangster rap, backpack rap, just everything. I mean, you think of Beautiful Morning, the album just starts off with Fonte and Big Pooh just rapping about how much they've really made it, how they're at least at a point now that they signed their major record label deal. Like, they're at a point in their career, like, they're ready to do this. They're ready to hit it. They're ready to get on the main stage and set the show, and let these people know, like, this is what Little Brother has come in this rap game to do. They've had a buzz when they came out with the listening, and now the minstrel show's supposed to just show, like, the dominance in the rap game. And then, you have Fonte on his own just doing a solo track on Becoming, just pretty much talking about how people really weren't looking up to him and weren't really believing in him, thinking that he wasn't going to, go in and kill it. And obviously you see where Fonte is now. You have themes around here that talk about, like I said, just braggadocious rap. You have, love songs like All For You, Slow It Down, here and there. Slow It Down, more of a parody, than in anything else. You have also just a couple of skits. A couple in just regular skits, and then you have a few in song, like Cheating, which they completely are making fun of the R. Kelly, Ron Isley sample when they put the ladder in the track with Fonte singing, you were cheating to the windows, to the wall, skeeting. I mean, it's just amazing. And then just so funny the way they got it. They got the people performing in the background. You have Hiding Place, another braggadocious rap with Elzai as a feature. And Elzai comes in, does his thing, does a well track, talks about cancer, and, he gets a really scientific wordplay that's very, unappreciated by certain people. But Fonte and Elzai steal the show. When you have Fonte and Elzai just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just like one round, L's I got, the next round, just Fonte just ends the track saying, "We ain't gotta worry about niggas biting minstrel show. They still teething off the listening." Just ends the track like that. Just it's really, really beautiful. You know what I mean? Really beautiful track. And then obviously you have another skit at the end where Joe Scudder is trying to get himself ready for the show and prepare himself. Say It Again is like another parody song just talking about how rappers just rap. And you have Fonte just going a character on speaking Spanish. It's hilarious. And then we break up to the song that was too intelligent for BET. Yeah, loving it, that song. A track that was pretty much a sample of One Night Affair by the Stylistics. You know, same track that, you know, brought my attention when I first heard the instrumental. Wayne rap on it in his Dedication 2 mixtape. I didn't know Little Brother did this song, but hearing the way the beat was and how it just knocked and how the sample just goes in and everyone does their thing. And Joe Scudder does his thing too, but why would you start your track off talking about holding your dick? We didn't need to know that, but he makes up for it at you know, with the wordplay that he does with his verse, with the imagery. It's so great. Obviously you have the Fifth and Fashion skit before the track, which was so messed up. We got Wick, we got EBT. Oh man, so terrible, so terrible. This is how black people went. This is how black people were back then. Then after the Lovin' It track, you have Diary of a Mad Black Daddy, where the guy's just yelling at his kid, you know, talking about turn down the show. This, you know, these people, obviously, this is the minstrel show. It's a TV show, which, by the way, it's on a channel called UBN. UBN. You Black Niggas Network. Yeah, that was complete shots at UPN. Anyone's never watched UPN back then? If she don't know what UPN is, y'all, she too young for y'all. Y'all got some problems. But that's neither here nor there. The skit of the father obviously transfers into the All For You song, where it talks about, you know, growing up with a kid, growing up as a father through divorce, through, you know, just whatever the case is. And then the song transitions back on stage where Pooh and Fonte just perform another dope ass song with a crisis beat, and they just, once again, they just killed it. They killed the Wild with a Child's Heart song. They killed that sample. Oh my god. And then DJ Jazzy Jeff with the scratches at the end, and that Busta Rhymes sample that just stuck out was just like, that put me in awe. And then the track ends with a skit that I probably could, I understand the skit was to transition itself into the rapper Big Pooh song Sincerely Yours, but there are just some skits that just need to be worked out, and this is one of them. This is one of them. But it's done. It's already written, sketched out, and put on the album, so I have to listen to it. But Sincerely Yours, which is my favorite track, with the Jerry Butler sample, whatever goes around. I mean, once again, rapper Big Pooh does a good job. However, I will say some of the verses were underwhelming, and the beat probably distracted itself by being too good, that it took away from the listening value of rapper Big Pooh. However, it's still my favorite track because Big Pooh does have some dope lines on there. The Rock Him line was pretty nice. Obviously, he talks about his frustrations with the critics believing that he's the weak link, as said in that horrible skit. Then you have, the Tribe Called Quest sampled beat through Still Lives Through, which they do a good job. Fonte has that funny line about the guy getting kicked out and caught on tape, which is funny. But it was just, it's such a great song. And then you have the minstrel clothing theme. You have Chris Hardwick, who opens the album and closes it. Chris Hardwick, obviously I've enjoyed him in Web Soup, the Walking Dead podcast, and just among other things. So it's good to see him doing good. But obviously, Little Brother ends this album out with a track called We Got Now. Obviously just saying, like, this is where we're at. We're here. We're ready. Like, this is our time. Not according to the record sales, but it's our time. We got this. We will do this. We got this held down. You know what I mean? And then the album ends so hilariously when Fonte just ends the song and there's like, yeah, man, look, I'm only doing this shit because I need the money. And all of a sudden he's like, I don't care if UBN pulled the plug on me. You want to know how I feel about UBN? You want to know how I feel about UBN? And you just hear Fonte just go off, and the track just abruptly stops. Or at least, you hear the feedback cutting him off. But it just ends the track. It just ends the album on a funny note, just to let them know, like, he's not going to do what everyone else is doing in the industry. He's going to break out without having to dumb his lyrics down, which is great. I enjoy what's going on in this album. Just all in all, it sucks that this album was very unappreciative because, or at least commercially, and how Atlantic Records just fucked them over. But really, this is an amazing album, top to fucking bottom. Now, I will say though that my least favorite tracks on here would have to be, there we go, Slow It Down and Not Enough. I wasn't really feeling some of the beats. I didn't hate them, they're listenable, but I would skip them in a heartbeat. But you could literally say my favorite tracks here: Cheatin', Hiding Place, as I just said, Say It Again, Loving It. And although I hated that beat at the end of Watch Me Now, at the end of Watch Me is still my favorite track. But the Diary of a Mad Black Daddy skit was just so funny. It had to be my favorite track regardless. It was just hilarious. I just enjoy. I listened to it after loving it religiously. I just do it because it was just so funny to me. Damn minstrel show niggas, got you messing up your homework. Oh my god. But We Got Now and Sincerely Yours, which is my favorite track on the album. All in all, I will give this album, initially I was seriously going to give this album an 8 out of 10. It started off 9 and I took some points off. Why? Because of this shit.
Like I know I'm the shit. Yeah. Yo, Spencer, what up, my nigga?
Yo, Tucker, is that you, my nigga?
Yo, what's up? What's going on, my nigga?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Just chilling, man. That's money, being me, T-Hug. Cause if you take out the dash, I'm a thug. Anyway, he's the weakest link, man. Definitely the wackest out the trio. In fact, man, I actually heard that nigga got dropped.
From what, the label?
Nah, nigga, from SoundClick.
Y'all niggas really said that and thought that was cool? Oh Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, y'all literally lost some points for that. But after realizing how much BET screwed you guys over, and then finding out how Atlantic Records did you wrong, and then just abandoned everything to the point where you guys just had to part ways. And then Benzino, who openly admitted it, like screwed your mic rating over, cause y'all got a 4 out of 5 stars. Y'all got a 4.5 out of 5 mics, and he was like, nah. And then you give Jeezy's album 4 mics? Come on, man. Just seeing how underappreciated you guys were in the industry, not only got your rating back, but I actually am giving this album a perfect sell 10. Much deserved. Beautiful storytelling, beautiful satire, beautiful rhyme schemes. You know, Fonte's got dope, clever behind rhymes. I recommend any fan listen to this. Buy it. Literally buy the vinyl. I don't care. Just really appreciate this album, because this is definitely a classic that was highly underappreciated. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this Throwback Thursday Unpopular review by Jhammaster J. And as Kid Cudi would say, signing off with a crotch grab. Peace.